It's a book called Dopamine Nation, written by Dr. Anna Lembke, that's Lembke, an American psychiatrist working in addiction medicine. It's relevant to burnout because a lot of the chasing and the busyness that we do is about overconsumption. The book goes into the neuroscience of the dopamine reward system. Dopamine is not the only neurotransmitter involved in these processes, but it seems to be the main one. It actually goes into 12-step fellowship, the best parts of what the 12-step fellowship model, the steps, traditions and principles facilitate to help addiction. The book starts with a very compelling story about a man who compulsively would create a machine that allowed him to masturbate effortlessly, and the amount of shame and internal conflict and pain he went through in getting out of the grips of that addiction. One of the recipes or the medicines that the book offers is called pro-social shame. Well, there's two parts to it, actually. There's the radical honesty, which is the ability to really tell the truth about addiction, and then pro-social shame, which is more about the social aspects, like being able to talk to certain people, very carefully curated people that we find and attract in our lives, about our limits. Because burnout is quite shameless. When we are in those burnout tailspins of doing, there's a really strong element of shamelessness and workaholism. The book can go all into this awesome opponent process model. It's the idea that pain and pleasure are opponent processes in the brain, so that if we indulge too much in the pleasure, the reward circuitry, anything that triggers off that circuitry, we will naturally be swung into the pain element to just balance us back out. A bit like you can't see red and green at the same time, or if you look at red, the brain will imagine green straight afterwards in a blank space to correct, to sort of auto-correct it. And yeah, so with burnout, I'm looking at that, the value of being able to talk openly about our limits. And shame has a very healthy function in telling us what our limits are. People that can't stop working are in that reward circuitry of getting a payoff from it. And it's important to name that payoff and to connect with the honesty and the shame around that, and socially to talk about it, to break the power that's operating that whole circuitry that drives us. Very good book.